still fat. You don't want to be fat no more. You want to be lean and muscular. You want to be ripped and shredded. You tired of kids asking their mother if you pregnant. In this video, I'm gonna show you how you can finally stop being fat once and for all. And I'm well suited to teach you this because I've been a personal trainer for over 25 years. Longer than most of y'all been alive, according to our YouTube analytics. And between that time and now, yo got fat. That's how you ended up here, watching videos on how to lose weight. I'm making them for you. And this is gonna be the best one you ever saw. Let's get this started. People will say to me, man, yo, man, what exercise should I do to get rid of love handles or to get this? It's like, hey, ass, you can't lose fat in one spot. You gotta lose fat accumulatively all over your body. It just so happens, men, we carry more fat cells in our stomach region. So it seems like you only got to lose fat in one spot. But truth be told, you fat everywhere. You never seen them with a gut and ripped up arms? You fat everywhere, but you just more fat in the stomach region because men carry more fat cells in our stomach. Now there's 2 or 3 women watching this. They're probably homosexuals, which is cool. And if they're heterosexuals, that's cool too. I don't know how you got here, man. This channel has been a sausage fest for quite some time. And apparently you. So women, y'all carry more fat cells in your hips, them thighs, and them titties. Maybe that's why not a lot of women watch this channel. A lot of times women who I've trained will say, yeah, I want to lose fat, but I don't want to lose my curves. Meaning she doesn't want her butt to get smaller and she don't want them tits to shrink. And then unfortunately, I got to be the bearer of bad news and say, that ass ain't as fat as you think it is, baby. The reason you can't use fat in one spot. You're gonna lose it everywhere. It's just that some people carry more fat cells in different parts of their body. Women carry more fat cells on them titties. Men carry more fat cells in our stomach regions. So we gotta lose fat everywhere to lose fat anywhere. The only way you can lose fat in one spot is if you get some liposuction. So how do we lose the fat everywhere? There's only one way. It's not what most of you think. You have to burn more calories than you consume. You can't out-exercise a bad diet. You have to burn more calories than you consume, meaning you'll be in a caloric deficit. A lot of people believe that, man, if I just do a bunch of cardio, man, I work out all the time, how come I'm not losing weight? Oh man, because it's your diet. You can't out-train a bad diet, but you can out-diet bad training. Write that down. For every pound of fat you want to lose, you have to burn an extra 3,500 calories. So let's say you were burning more calories than you consumed every day. Let's say you burned 500 calories more than you consumed each day. If you did that for 7 days in a row, then you have burned a total of 3,500 calories, which means you should burn a pound of fat a week on that schedule. Here's the thing though, it's so easy to eat more than 500 calories, but it's very difficult to burn an extra 500 calories. So let me explain. The average person, when they run a mile, they only burn about 100 calories. It's like 100 calories in a banana. If you like went for a mile run, you out here sweating and shit, then you eat a banana, it's like you did nothing. You're back at 0. It's very, very difficult to exercise your way into a caloric deficit. It's easier to eat less in order to achieve a caloric deficit than it is to try to exercise your way into a caloric deficit. It's significantly easier. So there's 2 things we have to do to make sure we accomplish this goal. The first thing you got to do is start tracking your fucking calories, man. People bitch and complain about tracking their calories every time I mention it. For sure, almost none of y'all are going to do it. It's the easiest way to get in shape. Almost all your fitness goals would be easier to accomplish if you just started tracking your calories and macros, but almost none of y'all are gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you why tracking your calories is important. However, I will give you an alternative method for you lazy bitch ass niggas. The majority of you. Here's why it's important to track your calories. So this is a study that was done by Duke University. And Duke University, they had some science nerds get a bunch of fat boys on this study. They said, hey, fat ass, all we want you to do is track your calories for 90 days. They had them use MyFitnessPal. Track how many calories you consume every day for 90 days. They didn't give them no workout plan. They didn't give them no diet plan. They didn't have them doing carnivore or keto or pescatarian diet. They didn't even tell them to be in a caloric deficit. All they told them to do was track your calories. And after 90 days, the participants lost an average of 5 pounds. Some lost more. With no plan, they lost 5 pounds. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot until you remember they didn't have any plan. All they did was start tracking their macros. Here's why that works. Once you start tracking your calories, now you're more more cognizant of what you're eating instead of just putting anything in your mouth like a whore. When you start tracking your calories, you're making better decisions. I'm telling you, this is the cornerstone key to actually accomplish your fitness goals. Almost none of y'all gonna do it, but the few of you who are brave enough to walk down this path, you're gonna get in great shape. But how many calories should you consume? You can open up ChatGPT, you can use Google Gemini, or you can use Gronk if you're nasty. Gronk might get a little racist. So you're gonna go in Gronk. Here's what I want you to do. You're gonna open up Skynet and you're gonna say, hey, say your age. I'm gonna put mine, 42-year-old man. I'm a 42-year-old man. Then you say your height. I am 6'2". Then you want to say your activity level. I am extremely active. You can be more descriptive if you want. Let's get more descriptive, because the more descriptive you give these robots, the better they perform. I'll say I am extremely active. I get over 10K steps per day. I lift weights 5 to 6 times a week. You put in your shit, right? The more descriptive you are, the better. So your ass is gonna write some shit like, man, I don't do shit all day. I sit down at a desk 6 times per week. I do 1 hour of zone 2 cardio every day, and I have frequent high intensity intercourse with my Latina girlfriend. You don't have to be as descriptive as I am, right? But I'm being descriptive, so you got to put your age, your gender, height, and activity level. Be as descriptive as you can. You probably don't have to go that hard. Then you shift enter. My goal is to lose. Oh, I forgot to put something there. Frequent high intensity interracial. Got to be descriptive. Interracial intercourse, just so it knows. It might be able to use that information for something, right? My goal is to lose 5 pounds of fat. Oh man, you know what? I forgot to say my weight. I'm 6'2" man, 200 pounds. Okay, I forgot to put that. That's very important. You got to put your fucking weight in there. All right. My goal is to lose 5 pounds of fat in the next 2 weeks. Then you put shift enter. So we described ourselves here. We stated our goal right here. Now we need to give it a role. So I'm gonna say act as the greatest personal trainer and nutritionist of all time. So that's his role. Now I got to tell it what to do. I got to give this motherfucking instructions. So I'm gonna put shift enter twice. Write me a diet plan to accomplish this goal. Make sure it follows the keto diet. You don't have to put that. I do keto. Make sure you do not include any chicken breasts, because it is gross. Now we give it its goal, right? And you can be as descriptive as possible. I want to follow the keto diet. You don't have to do that. You can follow whatever diet. You can put in some of your favorite foods. I love eggs and ribeye steak. So make sure you include. This is my prompting style. I call it pimp prompting, where you give the P in pimp prompting is persona. You want to give it a persona when you give it a role. So I said act as the greatest personal trainer and nutritionist of all time. The I is the instructions. So write me the workout plan, blah, blah, blah. The M is the medium. You make sure you medium. So I said workout plan. If I wanted to, I could say write it out, give it to me in a Google Doc or something like that. But the medium, how do you want it given to you? The other P can be personality. So like what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to give it more instructions. And I'm going to say shift, enter. I also want a workout plan in the style of famous, handsome YouTuber Brandon Carter. See what Skynet comes up with. Here's what it came up, man. Keto fat loss diet, no chicken breasts. Good shit. Boom. I got my carbs at 25 net carbs. I like it, mostly from vegetable and nuts. Right, protein, 1 gram protein per. Good shit. Fill the rest with fats. Like real shit. It's a little high calories than what I would do, but they had me at a 600 calorie deficit per day. I guess they did that because of what I said. I wanted to lose that fat in that amount of time. And it wrote me the whole meal plan. Boom. Yeah, man, this sounds like a good meal plan to me. Black coffee, Brandon Carter vibes. Yeah, it's a good meal plan. And then the workout plan, They did a push-pull legs. That's because I've had videos of push-pull legs back in the past. Not bad, but they got me working out every day. Hey, I like it, right? So you could do that for yourself, something like that. Write yourself a prompt like this. All right, boom. You make sure you have your age, gender, height, weight, activity level. Then you would say your goal, what your goal is. Give the LLM a role, boom, and then tell it exactly what to do. Give it instructions. I said I wanted a workout plan and a diet plan. I was just more descriptive with the workout plan. And you can always say, man, in the style of Brandon Carter. Like, listen, you say any prompt, you add, tell me in the style of Brandon Carter, that's gonna come out better. That's like prompt engineering. They should teach that in colleges. Cause this bitch knows who I am, man. She knows Brandon Carter. All right, cool. I got the fucking game plan. This is for you motherfuckers who don't want to have to track your calories. You still have to weigh out your ribeye, boom, 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 boom. But sometimes some people find it easier to have a plan. I never go off a meal plan though. I use my fitness pal to track my calories and I treat it like a game. So everywhere I go, I keep a little scale with me. I keep one of those, sling bags on me. I keep a scale in there. That's the only reason I carry it around. I just weigh everything I eat, even at restaurants where I go everywhere. And it's like a game to me. Y'all niggas is playing Pokemon Go and shit. I'm playing where the calories go. Gives me numbers. So like if I open up my fitness pal right now, I got the pro version. I ain't poor. I have my goals of what I need to get each day. I need to get a little bit more protein today. Boom, I see what my calories, I got 400 calories left for the day. I treat it like a game. It's actually fun to me, but I know some of you hate it, so it might be better for you guys to just have a game plan like this. And this is the easy way to do it, man, with ChatGPT. Now let's say you didn't want to follow their workout plan, you want to just figure it out on your own. In which case, you should get a fitness tracker. Like something easy you can do is just say, hey man, take your body weight in pounds, multiply by 10. That's how many calories you need each day. Just get that amount of calories. You'll lose fat if you just did that and nothing else. And you want to take it to the next level, and you can start doing some cardio. But you got to remember, cardio is the cherry on top to push you into a further caloric deficit. It's not very good at burning fat on its own. I've worked at some of the best gyms in America. And sometimes I would see aerobics instructors who were fat or overweight or a little chubby. I was like, motherfucker, your job is cardio. Like, why are you still fat? And that's because I would see how this motherfucker ate, and he was eating anything. He was drinking big Starbucks drinks that were just full of sugar, right? Because you can't out-train a bad diet. If all you did was take your body weight in pounds, multiply it by 10, and got no more calories than that every day, if you just did that, didn't even work out, you would lose fat. But cardio will take it to the next level. And there's a few different kinds of cardio. When I was younger, if you watched any of my old videos from like 10, 12 years ago, I was doing a lot of HIIT cardio. I'm jumping around, running around and shit. But that's when I was in my early 30s. Now I'm in my early 40s and my joints is built a little different. There's a reason there's not a whole lot of pro athletes over 40. Me, I'm doing low intensity cardio. I have a few exercise bikes in the crib. I have one at my work desk, so like while I'm in meetings and shit, I'm cycling on the bike. I have another desk bike on my balcony. This one has the desk connected to it. Sometimes I work in there. It's a desk and a bike in one, a desk bike or dike. The reason I like the bicycle is because it's been shown to preserve more muscle than like running. It conserves more muscle. And I do low intensity cardio for a long period of time. So that's why if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see sometimes I'm just going live and I'm doing cardio for like an hour while I'm live talking, answering people's questions and shit. Or I'll get my iPad mini and I'll play Call of Duty Mobile, right? So I'm like dropping nukes on the haters and shit while I'm exercising. Nintendo Switch, I'm out here playing Super Smash. And my rule is I can only play video games when I'm on an exercise bike. And I end up burning like way more calories throughout the day. Also throughout the day, look for ways to move more, right? So there's something called NEAT, or non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That's basically the calories you're burning when you're not doing dedicated exercise. So this means like walking around more, taking the stairs instead of the elevator or the escalator. Instead of driving somewhere that's walking distance, you walk it, not letting your girl get on top. These are things you can do to burn more calories throughout the day when you're not doing deliberate exercise. So I'm always looking for opportunities to burn some extra calories. And I track how many calories I burn each day. I track it with my Oura ring. And also I make a game out of this too. Like how many calories can I burn throughout the day? And there's days that I burn like 4,000 calories. You're not gonna burn that many calories running unless you're running a marathon. But man, running is taxing on your joints and your central nervous system. And you see people who run marathons, they're not very muscular, right? Because slow cardio helps you maintain more muscles. That's why a lot of pro bodybuilders do a lot of walking. And my girl says that's how she gets her steps, doing stuff around the house, If you track it, you can kind of gamify it and you won't mind it as much. Just try to beat yesterday. How many calories can I burn today? If you track it, it becomes fun. So what you need to do is get yourself some sort of fitness tracker. I like the Oura Ring. I used to wear the Whoop, and it's a good device, but you know, man, I be wearing like APs and Richard Milles and diamond encrusted Cartier bracelets. I don't know, it doesn't blend in with my attire. And then if I wear a suit, I look like goddamn Spy Kids. I don't know, it just feels kind of geeky to me. So that's why I don't fuck with the Whoop no more. But the Oura Ring, it's cool, man. It blends in seamlessly with my attire. You can also just use an Apple Watch though. Apple Watch is one of the most accurate fitness trackers. You can get a Fitbit and that works too. You could get a Samsung watch, but I would only recommend you get a Samsung watch if you were taking some sort of like vow of celibacy. I don't think anybody's ever had sex while wearing a Samsung watch. I digress. Get yourself some sort of fitness tracker. And here's where the magic happens. If you started tracking how many calories you consume each day, right? Let's say me, I'm 200 pounds and I said, yo, man, I don't want to get more than my body weight times 10. So I mean, 2,000 calories per day, boom. So you set up a little spreadsheet, something like this. If you want a spreadsheet like this, I have one in this free. It's called the Victory Vision Planner. And then you start track how many calories you consume each day, put it in tracker, right? Boom. And then let's say I burned 3,000 calories per day because I'm going hard, and it does this math for you. The Victory Vision Planner will add up your calories consumed, and I have a formula here. I'm in 1,000 calorie deficit each day. Remember, it takes 3,500 calories to burn a pound of fat. Then it's just math. I should have burned 2 pounds of fat this week. Now here's where y'all fuck up. You'll be inconsistent. You know, the first 2 days you on, okay, man, I'm on, I'm good. And then you don't really fucking train this day, but maybe you followed your diet. Or then one day there was a motherfucking function at the office, and maybe you didn't diet this day. Maybe you didn't train this day either, burn less calories. And then on the weekends, you just said, fuck it. It was college football day, man. So we was with the boys at the bar eating motherfucking pizza and cakes. Then it's Sunday night football, man. Sunday, oh man, I gotta go to the Sunday party, man. Boys night out or some dumb shit. And then you don't work out these days. Now look, maybe you did work out one of these days. This is what you motherfuckers do. Now look at the formula. Your motherfucking ass gained a little bit of fat that day. Even though you stuck to your diet most days. You stuck to your workout most days. Most is not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still fuck this shit up. That's why you have to be consistent. The reason you're inconsistent because you accept inconsistency. It's okay, you're easy on yourself. What happened here is like, oh, I can take one day off. It's like, oh man, I did it most days, man. So this weekend I can do this, blah, blah, blah. I haven't had a cheat day in over 2 years. Actually, I used to think that cheat days were a good thing, and I used to do them, and I used to think it was good for people because maybe it gave them a reward. I've changed my stance on that. The more I've learned about the way the dopamine circuits work and the way the brain's rewards system works, I think it's more detrimental to your long-term vision. Here's why. When you have a cheat day, you didn't have a cheat day, you quit for a day, and now you have to start over. Starting is the hardest part. You have to start over. If you abstain from these foods, if you just abstain for these things for a certain amount of time, the cravings will go away. It's difficult at first, but after a while, the cravings just go away. Like for me, I don't even have any cravings for anything. My girl be eating all types of shit. You know, she's Latina, so she out here cooking bananas and shit and making rice and all types of food. She made some pancakes for lunch today, and I had no desire to have any of them because I lost the cravings because it's been so long. I'm at my son's birthday party. Everybody's eating cake, passing around cake. I was like, nah, I'm cool, man. I'm good. And you guys eat it. I didn't have cravings. But had I been doing cheat days every week or cheat meals every week, I would have the cravings because I had noticed that when I used to do cheat meals, just a meal, the next day, I would be craving like these foods, and it would take more discipline than normal to restrain myself from eating these things. There's a lot of that shit in my house because my girl, man, she got fucking candies, cookies, and cakes and shit. If you just abstain for that shit for a certain amount of time, I don't even have to restrain myself anymore. It's like that with anything you want to abstain from. Alcohol, drugs. I stopped smoking weed and doing all recreational drugs like 10 years ago. And initially, you was like, oh man, getting high is fun, right? That was just like, I had no desire to get high. I had no desire to drink alcohol. So I'll be out with my friends, family, people drinking and shit. Everybody's drinking but me. Here's what I recommend. Hit your fitness goal first. And if you want to reintroduce cheat days or cheat meals, go for it. But make sure you really want to. Don't do it just cause, as you might not want to. Now, that was a basic way to lose fat. If you want to see an extreme way to lose fat, my most extreme protocol, this video's got like, at the time of this recording, that video got like 500,000 views. Go watch that right now. It's crazy though. Warning. It's crazy. Matter of fact, you probably shouldn't watch. You're probably not tough enough. Don't watch it. You don't want to do that to yourself. It's gonna be somewhere around here for you not to click on it, motherfucker. All right.